Here's my biggest. It might be my biggest regret as a parent.
Just one.
Many.
Okay.
But this is one. You know, Tiger Woods started playing golf at a young age, and as soon as he started swinging the club, there was almost like a natural ability that he had. It was almost like he was born to do it. Now, my fear is I don't introduce my kid to what they were born to do, right? Like,
how do you know?
How do you know? Like,
how do you know?
If you never introduced a piano
right.
to a kid, does the kid never learn and to utilize that piano talent they innately have in them? Or do you think they will end up eventually finding the piano?
Yeah.
What
yeah, I think you try to introduce a lot of different things. One, to see what they're interested in and what they're good at. And I think the studies even show that even if you're great at one thing, not just doing that one thing, doing a variety. Like actually, if you read about Tiger Woods, even though he was great at golf, he did play soccer and he was playing a lot of other sports too. Because even though you're great at golf, those other things are helping in some way with the thing you're great at, whether it's hand-eye coordination or speed or dexterity. So there is, I think, benefits in doing lots of things and not just one thing. And it also helps expose you to lots of things. I also think, don't you think your likes change over time?
I do, but being introduced to something at a young age and being able to master that thing,
right?
Because like they say, language, you introduce that at a young age because you're able to like learn it, and it's harder to learn at 50 than it is at 5. Let's say Caruso has the talent to be a downhill skier,
right?
Olympian, but he's never gonna.
Right. So you'd have to, right. But you'd have, right. You don't know unless you try.
But
don't you think there's a combination of being exposed, number of hours of doing it, and then there has to be some God-given talent because I could spend 1 million hours playing the guitar. I'm probably not going to be the best guitarist in the world if I wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, but what if you all of a sudden picked up an instrument now, right? Like the violin,
wow.
And you were like, "Whoa, this is coming so easy."
Yeah.
Why?
It's my other life.
Why wasn't I introduced to this when I was 5?
So that's not a violin, by the way.
That's not a violin. This. The violin's here. This is here.
There's a bow. What is this hand doing?
This is the bow.
You're like plucking a guitar.
No, this is
no. It's long, smooth.
Yeah, but I'm one of those violinists.
you're like a rock. You're like a rock violinist.
This
ain't
ain't
like electric violinist.
No, this is one of those.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. What do you think? Serafina and Caruso. What are their things?
Well, I mean, like Serafina enjoys acting. Yeah. She's in this little theater group, and she got a part in Beauty and the Beast. She's playing the little Mrs. Cup or whatever the hell it is. Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Cup.
So she's really excited about that. And, Caruso, we don't know where the hell he's going. He could be a wrestler. We don't know. But, I just wanted to expose them to a lot of different things so they're able to, like, maybe find an interest. Because I don't think... And my mom listens to the show religiously, and she's probably going to call me after she hears this.
Oh, we need to get her on, by the way.
I don't think necessarily I was introduced to a lot. And if I was, there wasn't really a stick with this, do this. And Lana's really good at that. I'm not necessarily, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Lana's more like,
right. But I think that's important to show that if you are going to try something, you do have to at least finish it out. You can't just start something and quit.
Yeah.
Also, it's too easy to do that. And then you really, sometimes getting through it, then you actually realize either you really like it or you really don't. But it's interesting you say that. How would you know? I mean, this happened with Lexi, same thing, Beauty and the Beast. She was trying out. She practiced behind a locked bathroom door in a locked bedroom. We had never heard her sing a note. She ends up getting Belle. We were like, I don't know how, we've never even heard her sing before, ever. And all we cared about is to hear that at her dress rehearsal, she didn't run off stage crying. And then she ended up having this beautiful voice that we had no idea in 6th grade. So all those years passed, we never, so those things pop up. But and we're fortunate as parents that we can expose them to these things,
The opinions expressed in this program are not intended as professional medical advice, as a diagnosis, as a treatment protocol, or as a substitute for professional medical advice from your physician. Please consider your own medical history and consult with your own physician for your specific healthcare and/or medical needs and about your concerns for yourself and your family.